My name is Patricio HERNÁEZ, and below I have the pleasure of presenting you the work entitled Monogamy in the burrowing shrimp Axianassa australis. Burrowing shrimps of the infraorder Axianassa and Gebiidea, formerly treated together as Thalassinidae, construct burrows of different shapes and depths and play an important role in shaping community structure. Because the lifestyle of burrowing shrimp is fossorial, the reproductive behavior and consequently the mating system are poorly documented in these organisms. Burrowing shrimp are best known to inhabit their galleries solitarily. This is the main reason why burrowing shrimp are expected to be polygamous, since most of these species do not live in male-female pairs. Also, these species are known because females are usually more often abundant than males. Overall, experts agree that in polygamous species where competition for receptive female is intense, males are often larger in body size than females and invest heavily in structures such as chelipeds. On the contrary, in monogamous species, sexual dimorphism of both body size and weaponry is reduced or absent because sexual selection is weak. In burrowing shrimp, females usually are larger than males, whereas males develop substantially larger cheliped than females, used to defend the gallery against invasion of other males, especially during intersexual competition for receptive females. In this study, we were particularly interested in examining the mating system of Axianassa australis, the only representative of Axianassidae along the Brazilian coast. We tested the hypothesis that the pairing of Axianassa australis is associated with a monogamous mating system. For this end, we examined the burrow use pattern, sex ratio, and sexual dimorphism of this species from the northeast region of Brazil. If A. australis is monogamous, then it is expected that the sex distribution of shrimp in pairs is non-random, with male-female pairs being found more often than expected by Shen's alone. In agreement with theory, we also expected that the population would exhibit an unbiased sex ratio and reduced sexual dimorphism in both body and cheliped size. For this purpose, specimens of Axianassa australis were collected during July 2017 in the intertidal zone at Lago de Santana, Piauí, northeast region. Our results showed the following. The overall sex ratio did not differ significantly from evenness. The unbiased sex ratio in the study population represents the first line of precedent indicating that this burrowing shrimp is primarily monogamous because males and females are found in similar proportion in population of monogamous decapods. In agreement with the expectation, Axianassa australis inhabit its burrow mainly as pairs which were mostly composed of male and females. Also supporting theoretical consideration, we did not observe sexual dimorphism in body size between males and females of the population and the different categories of the burrow occupation. Conversely, sexual dimorphism in cheliped size was evident in the population with larger cheliped in males than in females. This observation agrees with that reported for most burrowing shrimp in which male-male competition is the main evolutionary force of sexual selection. A positive correlation was detected between the size of male and female found as heterosexual pairs. In summary, all aspects studied here support the idea that Axianassa australis exhibits a primarily monogamous mating system, but in which a small fraction of the male exhibit promiscuous behavior. These aspects are as follows. Most individuals live as heterosexual pairs, the sex ratio is unbiased in the population, and there is a lack of sexual dimorphism in body size, but considerable difference in weaponry between sexes. We are grateful to FEPES, FACEPE, and CAPES for providing funding in the form of different fellowship grants for the author. This work was recently published in the Biological Bulletin. The following link is available to download the full paper. Thanks a lot.